start. The third point which I wish to say is with regard to production of ammunition which was undertaken in 1957 in the hope that some western country would come and help us stop. What has happened is that nobody has come to help stop. 13 years have passed and we are still in difficulty stop. So these three cases indicate that whether it is know-how or other things, we have to depend on other countries, and the other countries are not giving their know-how. They want to get into production themselves and reap their own benefit. Stop. Therefore, several steps have to be taken. Stop. Here are. The first step is in research and development efforts will have to be stepped up. Stop. Ordnance factories have to concentrate on vital and critical items and leave other items to be produced by the civil agencies. Stop. No country has so far developed its industrial base for sustaining defense production programs with only public sector undertakings. They must have the cooperation of the private sector also. Stop. This will help us to have a proper base. Stop. Having known that other countries are not coming to our help, we must see that we take up some tasks immediately, one of which has been given by the Aeronautical Committee. Stop. The Defense Minister has now to clarify whether it is going to see that this comes into the limelight when it is going to get off the drawing board of the HAL. Stop. I think he has not taken adequate steps to see that it fructifies. Stop. As far as the past performance of the aircraft is concerned, it is dismal. Stop. We are only going on developing the airframe at HAL without even an engine to power it. Stop. The last item which has been exercising the mind of every one of us is the nuclear program. Stop. About the nuclear program, the government has already decided not to go in for that. Stop. Sir, these lofty and sentimental ideas will never shield us from anybody having aggressive action against us. Stop. We must have nuclear weapons with us. Stop. It will act as a deterrent. Stop. I do not wish to say that they should make a declaration. Stop. If they have got that in their mind, at least they must see to it that it is done. Stop. Another point which I wish to make out is with regard to the field of missile technology. Stop. Facts have got to be taken into account. Stop. If you do not take the aeronautical reports and supersonic aircraft into consideration, we do not think we will run a race with any country. Stop. Sir, since you are looking at me as well as the time, I do not want to stand in your way. Stop. But the last thing which I wish to say is this. Stop. Many of our friends have already offered their tributes to the magnificent job that our Jawans, generals and colonels have done. Stop. Let us not belittle them. Stop. Even in the last war they did well. Stop. Sir, the nation has security if it does not have to sacrifice its values, the values it holds dear, and its interests to avoid a war, and is able, if challenged, to maintain those values and those interests by means of an armed conflict. Stop. That, in the last analysis, is the only criterion by which we shall judge whether our armed forces are discharging their duties adequately or not. Stop. Sir, we hold in the Indian way of life certain values very dear. Stop. We hold the democratic way of life, socialist economy, and non aligned foreign policy as dear. Stop. These are some of the values that we hold and extremely dear to us. Stop. They are parts of our life, and we inevitably hold on to them. Stop. We have to see if any nation, by an overt act or by a direct attack, chooses to subdue our values and our interests, whether our armed forces are capable of defending our values and our interests. Stop. Era. Briefly glancing over our record in this respect over the last 25 years or so, Pakistan has made repeated efforts, once even leading to a full-fledged war, to subdue our values. Stop. I am very happy to say that our armed forces gave an extremely good account of themselves. Stop. I would even go so far as to say that they covered themselves with glory in the fight they put up in defense of our country, in defense of our values, and in defense of our interests. Stop. I wish I could say the same thing in connection with China. Stop. China attacked us in 1962, and she continues to be in possession of vast area of our territories. Stop. In 1962, we learnt some bitter lessons. Stop. We were out-armed, they were better equipped, and also their intelligence was better. Stop. The point I am making is that after that, the lessons that we learnt from China have been well learnt. Stop. We are assured that in so far as conventional weapons are concerned, we have learnt those lessons well, and we shall give a very much better account. We have to ask ourselves is whether we have learnt any lesson from 1963, when China exploded the first atomic bomb. Stop. We have to ask ourselves whether we have learnt any lesson in 1970, when the bomb was exploded by China. Stop. We were shocked a little, but we were assured that after all they did not have the means of delivery. What is a bullet without a gun? Stop. The question is that are we going to do now? Stop. If we still feel that some power will come to save us from atomic attack, I think it may well turn out to be far worse than abject defeat. Stop. That is a lesson which we must learn today. Stop. Para. Then what is the alternative? Stop. I maintain that the only alternative for us is to become self-reliant. Stop.